Hey guys, S2F Gaming here, and welcome back to ARK, the Farewell Tour. Before we get into this one, I just wanted to wish you all a happy holidays or a Merry Christmas if you celebrate Christmas or not. I realize that this episode will be coming out on the Monday after Christmas, so just wanted to take a second, wish you guys a happy holiday, hopefully you enjoyed it, and let's get into this one, because we have a lot to do today. I'm going to show off a little bit of the interior of the base I've been working on. Haven't done too much, but still just want to show it off. We're going to work on a little bit of leveling today. We're going to work on narcotics. There is a chance we're even getting our first Tames in this episode today, so this is going to be an action-packed one. Let's get started. So first things first, let's show off the interior, and I'm gonna be honest, I have not done much here. First of all, 2 campfires, basically just for a little bit of food. I also have 2 refining forges, which eventually I may do 3 and 4 here, I'm not entirely sure, or I may do 3 and 4 on this side. But you did notice that we don't have a smithy, and that is because engram points wise, we have currently 17 engram points. Now, if we come on down to where the smithy is, well, you need 18, which kind of stinks. And obviously, doing a little bit of the interior and stuff, I did get a few extra levels. So we are currently sitting at level 23, and this is where our stats currently lie. So we are at 100 health, 120 in stam, 300 in weight, and that's actually it. Never mind. But moving on to the other side here, I do want to make this like a little workshop area, but for right now, I basically set up 2 wooden tables and 4 mortar and pestles on top of it. And to me, it just looks a little bit more refined. It looks a little bit cleaner, in my opinion, versus having the mortar and pestles and stuff kind of sitting on the ground. I don't know, something about this just makes it look a lot nicer, in my opinion. But these guys are already loaded up with a few things. I have spark powder ready to go. I also have a little bit of charcoal, just in case. We have chitin, we have all just random stuff. But this is what we're going to be focusing on specifically today, which is narcotic, which is what's going to be used to knocking out creatures. Now, if you guys remember in the last episode, could have been 2 episodes ago, we ended up, actually, I think it was episode 1 if I'm not mistaken, we started taking any raw meat that we got and split it into spoiled meat, essentially. So, we're going to run on down to the canoe here, which, amazingly, even by episode 4, is still there. I love how I talked about this earlier in it was either last episode or the episode before that. I talked about the fact that their canoe sometimes can end up on the shoreline and then it bugs out and all that stuff, but luckily, our canoes kind of hung out and stayed in here, which has been absolutely great. But anyways, let's jump on in here. I have, in fact, collected a little bit more narcoberry too, and of course we have our spoiled meat, and as you guys can see, the 2 refining forges are here and ready to go. I just don't know how I want to do the design there or anything. And I was thinking too, guys, I was thinking about basically just going out and just getting a ton of resources, stuff like that, a lot of wood, a lot of thatch, just to kind of get that extra level so I can get the smithy in between episodes, and then we'd be all good to go. But I'm going to incorporate that into today's episode because, well, we're going to do a little bit of narcotics, but we're also going to check out our first explorer note. And honestly, I don't know why I'm running all the way up to the house when we need to get water. So let's set this up first here. What I am going to do is I'm going to split all of this meat, and I shouldn't have done that for this, but that's fine. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we'll also split this one. And this is kind of the same thing with the campfires that we did in episode 1. Just splitting this allows this stuff to not specifically cook, but in this case, make narcos or narcotics a lot faster for us. So I'm going to drop 50 in here right now. I'm going to drop 50 in here right now. I'm going to drop 50 in here right now, and I'm going to drop 50 in here right now. Now, we're going to split this again, throw another 25. It's not going to make us a lot of narcotics, but hey, it's going to make us a decent amount, and it's also going to get us a lot of XP. So let's also split this, get these guys all ready to go. But first things first, we're going to run back down to the water, get a little bit of water in us, and then we're actually going to head over to our first explorer note first, because you guys may or may not know, there's explorer notes in this game. Basically, they give you a little bit of XP. They also tell you about the lore of the game a little bit. Some of them do, at least. Some of them will just give little dossiers about each creature, but one of the biggest updates that came most recently was that some of the Explorer notes are voice recorded. So, with the voice of Madeline Madden, I believe is the name of Helena, the actress that plays Helena. And then Edmund Rockwell is played by David Tennant. So those specific dossiers or those specific Explorer notes should be specifically voiced by them. Level 10, what? You want raw prime fish meat. No, thank you. But basically, we're going to do a nice little combo here. We're going to head straight over... Where is it? It's right here. Okay, so I'm going to stop talking for a second because if this is a Helena Explorer note, we'll actually get to hear this for the first time, which seems really cool to me. So, I do remember this one, I believe, is the Woolly Rhino. Now, where is it? So if you guys aren't sure, you're looking for these kind of boxes all around the island. There's people that have done Explorer Note runs. You could check that out on YouTube if you want just a crazy amount of XP. But for right now, we're just going to do one, and let's listen to this Explorer Note.
Coelodonta utilicero is a friendly herbivore, common to the tundra and grassland regions of the island. It is a large and dangerous creature, though it seems fairly trusting of the fauna around it. Once attacked, Coelodonta begins charging towards its foe. It builds up momentum as it charges, and depending on its ultimate impact speed, the results can be terrifying. With enough room to charge, it can even skewer the largest creatures in just one gore. Despite how powerful Coelodonta are, many tribes still hunt them extensively due to their unique resources. Its horns can ground into a highly arousing powder, and its thick fur can support many insulating outfits, making the Coelodonta in high demand. Even less advanced tribes use packs to hunt them down, though at significant peril. When not being hunted for its horns, Coelodonta makes an impressive beast of burden. Its ability to take on far larger opponents, provided sufficient charging room, as well as its sizable load capacity, make it a solid addition to any trader party or gathering expedition.
I gotta say, that's really cool. Personally, I could barely hear it, so I did have to turn up the speaker on my end. During editing and stuff, I'll try to make that as much as possible that you guys can hear it and everything. But long story short, that's really cool. And on top of it too, when you find these Explorer notes, in the bottom right hand corner, you'll see it says quadruple XP, special Explorer note found. Now, we are getting 4 times XP right now, basically. So I'm going to want to take advantage of this and do a little bit of work, which is why we set up these narcotics. We're going to get them going along with the spark powder, because why the heck not? And this is just going to get us massive XP. And again, it's not going to make a crazy amount of narcotic, but it'll make us enough to at least get us started. And you can just watch that XP bar. It's going to go up. We're going to gain a level right now. Perfect. We're going to go ahead and put that into stamina. I actually have not put any into movement speed. That's kind of crazy, but you can watch the bar. Just literally look how fast that is going right now. Again, we are at level 24. So yeah, we are booking it through, but we're going to head on down here and actually get ourselves the smithy. Perfect, which is what you need to make blueprints. You have to make a couple of other things along the way with it too, but we also got ourselves a metal pick and a metal hatchet engram ready to go, this is what we're going to be focusing on here in the beginning of the episode. And by the way, we've already just gained another level, which is absolutely nuts. What's nice about these Explorer notes is they last for a total of 10 minutes, I believe, which is 600 seconds. As you guys see, in between episodes, I went out and got just a ton of wood so we can kind of just get this going. I'm going to let that burn on up. That should give us a total of, 16 metal in this one, and 15 metal in this one. So we're not looking too shabby. That should be able to make ourselves the smithy, along with a metal hatchet and a metal pick. Hopefully some other stuff along the way. It all depends how many levels we end up getting from this, which, speaking of which, we are about to get another level. Now, we are past level 25, so after this episode, I will log off and end up switching the XP over to 0.5. I'm not going to do it right now because we will lose the Explorer Note buff, but at the end of this episode, I'll go ahead, log off, change it to 0.5 XP, and then we'll be good for the next tier. But anyways, yeah, basically we're just waiting on this. In the meantime, I'm going to get all the other resources needed to make a smithy, which is right here. We need a total of 20 hide, 5 metal ingot, 50 stone, and 30 wood. Now, wood's going to be a little bit easy because I'm just going to kind of cheat and take from that. The stone, I'm actually going to head over here. If I can take from here, I think I'm just going to. So we're good in 2 departments out of the 4 that we need. We also need ourselves 20 hide and metal ingot. Do I have any hide in here? I do. Perfect. There we go. So now it's just a matter of getting the metal ingot, which is going to take a little bit of time. These guys will have 5 metal ingot for us, but I'm going to take a quick trip down to the canoe because I do need to grab a few more things. So I will be with you guys in just a minute. Alright, there we go, 8 metal ingot, and now we should be able to make the smithy, and we're going to go ahead and drop this thing off right in the middle here. So how I'm going to do it is, I'm basically going to put down a ladder, and what this is going to do is, it's going to centralize or straighten out my character. And again, it's just more for building specifically. I personally like to have everything nice and neat and all that stuff. So that's what I'm basically doing here. Now I'm just going to be eyeballing a bit in order to get this as lined up as possible. I don't want it sticking out of the wall. I want this as central as possible, which seems pretty good right there. So let's check that on out. That's pretty damn close, I gotta say. Oh my god. That's actually perfect. And it gives me enough room to kind of squeeze in here if need be. And then once we put the refining forges in on this side, again, it'll give us enough room to squeeze in here. Which, speaking of which, I'm gonna get that done right now. Why the heck not? Let's go ahead, demolish this. I can always repair this stuff. It's not that big of a deal. I do want to get these guys in, though. Let's see. Okay, so I actually got them in just 1 foundation. Okay. So let's go ahead again. We're going to plop the wall on down. There's a reason why I ended up breaking the walls, and I'll show that off in a little bit. So, well, I'll actually show it off right now. So, if I kept the roof and everything there, it just makes it kind of hard to see where I need to line this up to get it perfect and everything. Now that I have the, basically the wall broken and everything, it just makes it a little bit easier for me personally to be able to see how close I can physically get to that edge. And I'm going to kind of line this up, make it as straight as possible. This is going to take me like 10 minutes. Never mind, got it right there. Perfect. Can I move? I can. Okay, good. And then we're going to put the second one right about there, twist it around, get it straight. Almost there. And good. There we go. No big deal right there. Nice and easy. We got our forges in. Again, it's going to be a little wonky getting through here, but again, it's more for aesthetics specifically. I can literally do this stuff all from here and then all from here too. But again, just trying to use as little space as possible when building this house and everything like that. But let me get this all repaired. Let me get this all built up. That'll give this time to smelt all that metal down. And yeah, we're in the world of metal tools now, guys. We are about to be there. Real excited for it. Oh my god, I just realized I built this part the wrong way. So obviously I put the 2 refining forges in between episodes, and I did not realize I got these snap points wrong. Oh my god, okay. So we are going to be making a total of 4 of these now. And then we're also going to be doing a little bit of thatch too, so I can make 2 walls, and then I can also make, where's the thatch roof? What do I need here? I need a little extra thatch. Okay, so let's go ahead and put these walls in first. Let's get this right. Come on. There we go. Perfect. Okay, now let's get onto this side and fix this here. Okay, so easiest way, just put down a ceiling. That'll make it a little bit easier. And we're going to go ahead, jump up here, wooden wall, line it up, and perfect. So let's pick that on up. Now all we have to do is just get the thatch ceiling back in. Is that it? Yeah, I think that's it. Just the thatch ceiling. Okay, so let's go get a little bit of thatch, and at least let's get that part out of the way. Okay, ceiling is taken care of. Let's go ahead and grab all this metal in here. We have a total of 26 metal. That's actually pretty good. Cool. Let's go ahead, put a little bit of wood in there. Let's also put all of our hide, and we should be able to make ourselves a hatchet and a pick, and we should have a decent amount left over. Let's see what other tools we can make here. So, we are at level 26. Ooh, we can make a crossbow. 29 engram points. I have enough for the crossbow. Or the jar. Oh, the jar would actually be a little bit better, but I think we're going to go crossbow. Oh, we have enough for the jar too. Sweet. Okay, so we'll do both. Awesome. Okay, that's huge. Let's go ahead and see, what do we need for the crossbow? So we just need fiber. Perfect, nice and easy. Let's go ahead and make 2 of those. Why the heck not? But now, guys, we are in the metal stage, and getting materials, this is going to make it so much faster, honestly, versus the stone stuff. We can go ahead, let's get rid of that skin, and literally just throw those stone things on the ground, because we are in the age of metal. And like I said, you guys will see, eventually we'll be getting ourselves a little bit of wood, a little bit of, even when it comes to crystal, when it comes to just every material, metal tools is the way to go. But on top of that, we also got ourselves crossbows. So we've actually bypassed the normal primitive bow, which I will be honest, I prefer using a primitive bow, but honestly, when it comes to knocking out creatures and stuff like that, crossbow's just going to be a little bit better. And we are going to drop these guys down to our hotbar here, because we are going to be getting ready to getting ourselves our first Tame. And unfortunately, it's not over here on the island. It's actually on a map that we've already been to, which is Genesis 2. And gonna give you guys a little bit of a hint too, and a little bit of a disclaimer. We're actually gonna be getting 2 different tames today, guys, not just one. We're gonna be getting our first tame of the series, but we're also gonna be getting ourselves a second one. But let me get everything all situated here. I may go ahead, oh yeah, we have the narcotics, so I actually have to go out and make myself a little bit of, we don't need those. I need to make myself a little bit of arrows and stuff like that. So let me gather the resources and all that. Let me get a little bit of arrows. We'll go ahead, we'll make trank arrows, all that stuff. And yeah, we'll go from there, guys. So, guys, it turns out that we have 0 engram points to spend right now, and we still need to unlock trank arrows. So we do need to get ourselves a level, and we are going to do that in the form of gathering metal. So I'm going to show you guys a few rocks to look for in early game. First thing is you are going to be looking for these jaggedy rocks. These ones will give you, or tend to give you, a little bit of metal, and especially with us using a metal pick now, we're pretty much guaranteed to at least get 1 metal from all these. And again, I think I've hit maybe 4 or 5 rocks before bringing you guys on back, and we are already at 26 metal, which, to give you guys an idea, literally from episode 1 to episode 4, what did we end up with? I think it was like 28. It might have been a little bit more than that in metal. So yeah, getting yourself metal tools is going to help you out immensely. But if you guys don't see these jaggedy kind of rocks or anything like that, the river rocks will do just the same, and I'll show those off here in a second. We're gonna have to take a little bit of a trip, but let me show that off to you guys in case you don't know what a river rock looks like. So, if you guys aren't aware what river rocks are, these are river rocks. It's the smooth stones that you'll find along the riverbed and everything, or along the river shoreline, rather, and pretty much, yeah, you just hit these. You'll get the same amount of metal as you do with those jagged rocks, the ones that are kind of near us. You can actually see there's one right here specifically, too. So, to give you guys the options, you have this one, or you have these guys, essentially, but they'll both do the same. And I do see a dillo over there, which of course gets me thinking, yeah, maybe getting a dillo would be really good, because personally I haven't used them a lot. They're great for early game, especially if you get like just packs and packs of them, so we may have a little bit of fun with that. But I do need to get my first tame creature specifically. Yeah, you guys will see why in a little bit, why I want to get this creature first 100%. But as we're slowly running on back over, this may be a good time to not get myself arrows because we don't have enough resources yet. Okay, never mind, guys. I'm going to make my way slowly back to base. By the way, I'm going to take the shortcut, which is kind of going up and around here. I'm going to do that. I will meet you guys back at base. Hopefully we get this level somewhat soon. And yeah, we'll just keep crafting, keep basically just keep grinding out in order to get that level. So I can't be certain, but I think looking right there, that is a green drop. And that may be right on our base, which would be really nice. It could be a white drop, though, so where I've actually set up my base is one of the spots that loot drops do come down in, and now that I see it, it is a white drop, which, you know, could give us a little bit of narcotic. It could give us a couple of arrows, you know, that kind of thing, so that may not be the worst thing in the world, but is it going to be at our base? I'm not sure. I feel like we're kind of close to the base, and it still seems like it's pretty far out. Watch, it's going to be right below our base, because that is another spot where you guys can actually get these loot drops and stuff. Just go back to episode 3, and you'll find out the hard way. Yeah, no, it's not actually ours. damn it, because it would be right here if it was for us. But I think, yeah, it's... Oh, it could be on the other side, actually. It could be over on island, like the other island across from us. So we're not going to worry about it too much. If it is right below us, I'll quickly run around. Oh, that does look kind of close, doesn't it? And that is a green drop. That does look a little far out, though, doesn't it? Doesn't it look like it's like... we'll take a look. Let's see. Instead of trying to figure out from here what it is, let's go to a place where we can actually see where the... Oh, yeah, no, it's out there. Yeah, it's out there. Okay, never mind. Scratch that. But anyways, yeah, we have a little bit more XP to go. Nothing too crazy here, but all I need to do is just make a few things, and yeah, we should be good to go. It kind of stinks that we don't have even just arrows unlocked yet, but it is what it is. Do I have anything that can go in here? I don't... we can put the stone in there. Yeah, let's put the stone in there. That's fine. We'll make a total of 9. Perfect. Okay. At least we'll be able to move around and everything. I will go ahead and throw this metal in. We have a total of, let's see, 57. Perfect. So that'll make a decent amount for us. But, yeah, I'm excited to get myself this narcotic because, yeah, I want to get this creature specifically. But we still got a little bit of work to do. Still got to wait to just get that level. I may just do a little bit of grinding and stuff like that for the level. Maybe we'll just go out and get just a decent amount of wood, and that'll kind of just put us over the top. Yeah, you know what? Let's do this. Let's literally drop everything here. That's 5 minutes. Okay, if we can get literally 5 minutes of just harvesting wood, we should be fine. We should be all good to go. So let's go see how much this is gonna take. All right, so that's one tree. We're probably gonna have to start heading back already, but yeah, you can see that kind of jumped up a little bit. So should only take us maybe 3 sessions of this, maybe 2 trees, come back, drop everything off, throw it in a forge, essentially, and then kind of just rinse and repeat here. And we should have this level in no time, so we'll be able to unlock the trank arrows and all that fun stuff. There we go. I had to actually knock down a little bit more in order to get it, but, oh, I'm not going to be able to carry this. Okay, let's drop a little bit here. And let's go ahead and put our level into movement speed, finally. Yeah, we're definitely going to need some movement speed. To give you guys an idea, with raptors usually... I believe the, like, magic level to get to is 112 movement speed, and that will allow you to outrun raptors. That's what we're going to be looking for. That is going to be the main focus. I usually do add a little bit more into weight and everything, but it is what it is. No big deal. We'll go the movement speed route. But anyways, we have stone arrows here, but we're going to just head straight on down to level 21 and unlock the trank arrow, and that's going to be enough. It's going to only leave us with 6 points, which isn't the best, but it is what it is at the end of the day. But we can make 454 arrows. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. That's going to keep us occupied for a little bit. Let me slowly work on down to the water, but once we get a total of like 73, 76, how many tranks? We can make 77. So once we hit 77, we'll go ahead and basically start making trank arrows. And then at that point, we should be good to go to head over to the Obelisk and transfer over to another map. And which map? You guys will see in a little bit. And as we slowly work our way down to the water, you guys might be wondering, well, you unlock the hatchet, you unlock the metal pick, you unlock the crossbow. Why not the pike? And there's a pretty simple reason. Now, don't get me wrong, the pike definitely hits a lot harder, especially when you're just stabbing, but there is one benefit to having the spear, and that is, well, you can throw it, and you can do all this kind of stuff, and... try it again. And you can do this kind of stuff, and... I wanted a headshot there, but you guys get what I mean, basically. There's the headshot. Perfect. You can throw your spears, which is definitely a really good thing to have. I think it kind of outweighs using the pike, in my opinion. I like the pike, don't get me wrong, but for early game and stuff like that, kind of like what I mentioned before with the primitive bow as opposed to the crossbow, I like it. I prefer it. I'm actually probably going to make a bow anyways, just to have, and we may compare using the two and everything, but at the end of the day, the crossbow does give you a little bit more damage. It gives you a little bit of more torpor, I believe, to your creatures, But yeah, let me see. At this point, am I going to have enough fiber? I guess we're not. Okay. So I guess we're going to be picking a little bit of fiber, too, and then I will meet you guys over at the obelisk. Alright, so it looks like we got ourselves a green drop over here. Let's see if we can kind of grab this thing, see what the heck is in there. We are going to park the raft right over here and hopefully make a dash for it. Yeah, this raft, the raft is the best freaking thing in ARK, I gotta say. Let's go back to first person here. You know what, screw it, we'll stay in third person just because right when we get back onto the raft, we'll basically need to do that anyway, so let's just keep it now. Let's run on over here and see what we got. The biggest downside, of course, with the raft is, like I mentioned before, if it actually ends up on land, if it ends up beaching, I don't want any of this stuff right now. We'll kind of just leave it. It is what it is. But like I said, if it does end up beached, there is a bug that basically it just disappears. Like, it goes away. Like, there's no access to it or anything. So, of course, you always have to watch out for that. Let's go ahead, have ourselves a little bit of water, jump back onto the canoe. I don't have to put myself in third person. Oh my god, now I do, because I actually looked at the map, and let's get on going. Yeah, I gotta say, getting over to the obelisk now is 100 times easier doing this. Now, it's not a walk in the park or anything, because, especially in this area, you can get Sarcos and stuff. If a Sarco comes up... Oh, no. Yeah, man. Let's see if we can get out of this. There we go. Cool. Yeah, that's another thing that can happen. You can actually end up, like, kind of jagged on rocks and everything. But let's kind of continue here. What was I saying? Sorry. Sarcos, that's right. So there are a couple of cons and everything using the canoe. I'm not going to go too crazy into it right now because I want to do a separate video kind of going over the pros and the cons of both the raft and the, you know what? I think I'm just going to park over here and walk it because... there could end up being a Sarco, so I don't want that to end up happening, but let's kind of continue here. Yeah, the problem is Sarcos, Spinos, stuff like that, Baryonyxes can attack you while on the canoe, but when you're out in the open ocean like this, sharks, what do they call, leads, pretty much anything in the ocean will not attack you. It's the river dinos that can be a little problematic, but... like I said, I want to leave it more for a separate video, kind of going over the pros and cons of each of them, and then you guys can let me know. But yeah, let me know right now in the comments below. Let me know your opinion. Do you prefer using the raft, or do you prefer using the canoe? And maybe there's something that you guys use with the raft or the canoe that I never thought of in the first place, and I can kind of throw it into that episode too. So definitely let me know your opinions and everything of it. I am a little... I don't know if I want to actually park the canoe here, only because right when I jump off, and this is one of the cons too, the shark is going to aggro. And unfortunately, it's probably going to go after the canoe at that point. Because we'll be so close to it, it'll probably try to take a bite out of us, and it'll end up biting the canoe instead. So we're going to actually dock over here. Now... fingers crossed there's no sharks or anything in the water, because again, we'll run into that issue another time, but let's see what happens here. Let's kind of keep it... oh, that's right, it won't stay in that kind of mode or anything. So, okay, I think we're fine. I think we're good here. We can kind of park you right here. Okay, I think you're good. You know what I can do? Here's what we're going to do. Here we go. Large storage box. We'll put you right here. And anything I don't want... because again, it's not going to take much to make another large storage box, so we'll just do that. And we'll pick up the canoe, and we'll put it inside of here. Perfect. Let's do that. That'll make life so much easier. I don't have to worry about the canoe or anything getting in the way. I don't have to worry about it breaking. Let's go ahead and get myself a little bit of hide, though. And I'll need to get a little bit of fiber, because I do want to make myself... let's not forget those. Let's also not forget maybe, I don't know, 200 of those, 77 of those is fine. Let's get ourselves a little bit of fiber, too, just so we can make a hide bed. So, when we transfer back to this map, yeah, we'll be able to basically just go straight to the obelisk from there. Speaking of which, I think our sleeping bag... oh no, we didn't end up making a sleeping bag. That's what it was. I took the resources over there and forgot to make one. That's right. Okay, we'll make sure to do it right now. What is that in the water? Dead? I kind of want to go take a look at it. But I kind of don't too. You know what I mean? But let's go take a look. Why not? We're fine. We're good. You know what? Let's play it safe. What I'll end up doing is just do that here. Oh, it's a Carno. Interesting. Okay. All right. Nope. Nope, forget it. Forget it. Forget it. Not worth it having the Dinos. Oh, wait. We have a crossbow now. Okay, let's go back to first person. There we go. Oh, come on. That was it. What? Oh, God, that's a 1-something. 125. Okay. Woo. Yeah, I'm not going to bother getting all the raw prime meat and all that from this. It's fine. It's no big deal. Let's head on over to the other map. That is right, guys. Welcome to Ragnarok. And now that you guys know I'm on Ragnarok, you pretty much know... Oh my god, there is a Giga right over the mountain there. You know what I just realized? Not only Gigas are here, Karkas would then be here too. Oh god, I didn't even think about that. But anyways, guys, we are here on Ragnarok. Oh god, it's going for that dodo, which means it's going to come for us next. Oh, no. That is terrifying. What are you chasing after? We're going to head straight up the hill here. Here is what we are doing on Ragnarok. We are here for one thing, and one thing only. We're pretty much here for rock carrots, actually. We're not really here for equises. Now, don't get me wrong, we will be taming an equus here on Ragnarok, but that's not the end goal. The equus that we are taming here on Ragnarok is simply just a sacrificial equus. The idea is I want to get myself a ton of rock carrot. I want to basically get over to the Obelisk and transfer over to, of course, as you guys may or may not know, Genesis 2. Yes, I want to get myself some R-Equises because, personally, it is one of my favorite dinos and maybe my favorite dino in all of ARK. It's a great early game tame. It helps, especially when you're trying to tame other creatures. It is absolutely awesome, and I'm just looking around, making sure there's no more Gigas or anything like that, because, yeah, that is the one downside for coming into this biome, which is the, what is it called? The, oh god. The Highlands, that's what it's called. Yeah, that is the downside of heading over here to the Highlands, is the fact that, well, you got a lot of Gigas. That's the only thing. There's a couple of places to get rock carrots from. This is one of the locations here. I just got to find the right... There it is. Okay, I just got to find these. Pick a couple of rock carrots. Again, when it comes to the level of the equus that we're getting over here, I don't really care, because all we're using it for is a mode of transportation and a way for us to get to the obelisk. So pretty much, the first one I see is the one that we're taming, and that is essentially that. We're basically just heading straight on over. I'm going to get myself a lot more rock carrot too before we head on out, but now it's pretty much just staying on the ground, looking around, seeing if we can find an equus, which... Who knows? Maybe it'll be a unicorn. We ended up having that in the... Oh, God. It wasn't the last series, but I think it was the series before that. My first tame ended up being a unicorn, and that was over on the island. It actually wasn't over here on Ragnarok, but... If you guys are interested in getting yourself equises, this is a great area to get it in, just because, again, you have the rock carrot ready and available for you. Another place to get your rock carrot, the only downside to this spot is there may be aloes, gigas, all that stuff, is right on over here, basically. I thought I just heard, like, a thump. Like, you guys know how the giga sounds when it runs and everything. I thought I just heard that sound, but over here... Sounds like I keep hearing it. But anyways, this is a great spot, period, to get your rock carrot, because there's just a million things. And what's really nice is, too, you can set up like a little shack back there enough where it won't affect these from spawning in. So you can have unlimited potatoes and unlimited carrots, essentially, which is great. You can end up using them in recipes. You can end up using them, obviously, to tame. You can use them for a whole bunch of things, basically, at that point. You can start using them for sweet veggie cakes. There's a whole bunch of things you can use these rock carrots and these sava roots, I believe they're called, instead of potatoes, right? Yeah, sava roots. Essentially potatoes, though, let's be honest. But let's see if we can look out here and spot our first Equus, which doesn't look like it, surprisingly. You know what it is? It's probably that Giga has just went around and destroyed everything. Oh, that's a bit strange. Usually I've seen at least one Equus at this point, but I guess we'll do a little bit more exploring. I will say, personally, this is one of my favorite parts of any map, period. I love Ragnarok, along with everyone else. I feel like it's one of those nostalgic maps that everybody just loves, and this, in the Highlands, is one of my favorite spots, period. It just looks absolutely awesome. I don't know, just the look of it. I really, really dig this area. There we go. Oh my god. I was going to say, it's been taking a while, but it looks like we have a total of 3 or 4 Equises down there. So now we got to get down there. Oh my god. Oh. You know what it is, though? Because this is literally our first time here on Ragnarok, it's like loading in the creatures and stuff like that. And I assume if we went back to our, like, the previous spots and everything that we've already visited, I can guarantee we would end up seeing a Equus over there or whatever. But long story short, we got ourselves an Equus, or at least we have sight of an Equus. Let's see if we can get this tamed. How many we got here? Okay, so we got a total of 3. Now, do we want to go white and black? Do we want to go brown? Maybe a little bit of red? Let's see what the highest level one is, because at this point, why not look, right? So we got this guy here. What level are you? You're at 20. Okay. Oh, we have 4. Okay. Have a little bit of Sava root. Okay, so we got 20. We got 95. Oh, God, I got a little too close to that one. 20. Okay. This is going to be the one down here. This one's going to be a 135, I'm going to bet. Let's see if I'm right or not. Oh, it's a 15. All right, so 95 was the best. I'm going to be honest. I love the colors on this one, though. All right, fine. We'll go for the 95. That was the brown, I believe. Maybe not. Maybe it was the zebra one. Let's see, 95. Yeah, it's you. All right, so let's see if we can get this process started here. And feet... Ah, son of a bitch. Yeah, I should have moved and waited till that guy moved, and then it would have... Nah. Alright, let's wait for this thing to calm on down. As much as I would love to go for that level 15, the problem is it's its weight stat. Like, we need to make sure that this thing can at least has the most amount of weight possible. It just makes it easier for the trip on over. But is it still freaking out or no? Yeah, it's still freaking out. Oh my gosh. Alright, I think it's okay again. Alright. Try this again. Round 2. I know a couple of you guys have been complaining about the previous episodes not being long enough, but guys, you are going to get your fill today, guaranteed, because we're not even halfway close to being done with this episode. So, you'll definitely be getting your fill with this one. Let's go ahead and feed and ride and play the little mini game. All right, so basic... Oh god, I think I'm in orbit still. I am. I'm not. There we go. Okay, that was really weird. I personally never had that happen before, but basically, guys, if you've never tamed an Equus, it is now a little bit of a mini game. Basically, the horse will kind of go around. As you saw, it kind of stopped, and in the right-hand corner, it says, like, feed it, basically, and you need to feed rock carrot. You can do measure berries and stuff like that, but I think it only gets, like, 2% tamed. So, effectiveness, I mean. So, do rock carrot. It makes it 100 times easier, but... just so you guys know, I cannot control the Equus at this point. It can lead me in whatever direction it wants. But right there, it is ours. We also got ourselves glasses skins. I didn't realize you get that. Maybe when you tame your first creature, you get this. But this is the Nerdry glasses skin, which is obviously a little homage to Nedry. Nedry was the character in... Oh my god, why are you so fat? Oh, no. Did I mess up the stat? Oh, I messed something up in the friggin' thing. Ah, son of a bitch. So yeah, guys, basically, long story short, I have to go ahead. I have to kind of switch my settings around. Long story short, what I wanted was, I mentioned this all in episode 0, but it looks like I kind of messed something up along the way. So what I want is basically when you add a level to speed, when you have a dino, it levels it 5 times. So in the fact for an Argent traditionally is at 100 movement speed when you tame it, and traditionally, when you put a level into movement speed, it goes from 100 to 101, then 101 to 102, 103, ba 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 ba. Because I put it at 5 times, it should theoretically be, using the Argent as the same example, one level would boost it up to 105. I messed something up because this thing has 200 movement speed, which is not what it's supposed to have. This thing is great, don't get me wrong. We're not keeping it, though. That's not legitimate or anything. And I get also changing the stats around and whatever is also not legitimate either, but it's for a good cause, let me put it that way. So unfortunately, this one is going to have to go, because I'm going to have to go ahead and switch the settings around. So let's see if I can do this. Behavior... I'm going to put you onto neutral. And I'm going to put you on wander. And then I'm going to see if I can just unclaim. Maybe not, but basically, well, we'll let that Equus go. It'll do its thing, and yeah, it's just going to be on wander. Let me go fix the settings, guys. I will be right back, and yeah, hopefully we get this thing fixed. So guys, just to show you what I originally had, I had this up to 5 times movement speed. Essentially, I thought tame dinos add per level meant essentially if I put a level into speed, it would go up 5 times. I guess this isn't the right setting, so we're going to change this to 0, and we're going to do a little bit of experimenting. I assume that it's this. I guess we're going to try this. So 5 times there, and see how that goes. Hopefully this fixes it, but let's jump back in. Let's tame ourselves another Equus, and let's see if this works or not. You know what? I'm actually kind of curious. Movement speed's 120 now. Okay, wait. Maybe that did work. So 120 is its normal movement speed. Okay. That 100%, yes. This is how a normal Equus should move around. So technically, we could keep this guy. I do want to experiment oh my god. Behavior, disable wandering. That work, or are we too far? Alright, this guy might be a lost cause, because it's going to be tough to literally do this. Oh, there we go. Alright, we got it. We are going to tame up a second one, though, because I do want to experiment and see if I actually have the correct stat. And along the way, too, if this thing gets a level, I want to pump a level into speed, and I want to see what happens. Because, theoretically, normally, it should only go up by, like, I think it goes from, like, 120 to 122 point something, right? With 5 times, it should theoretically go up, I think it's almost by, like... 5 or it's something like 5 or I don't remember the exact one, but once we put a level into movement, ooh, and we got colorful ones over here, sweet. Okay, let's start this game again. Let's see if one of these is a high level. That's gonna really, you know what, if one of these is a high level, we are not taming it, because I want to make sure I have all the stats right before we go ahead and do this. 130, okay. All right, come on, are you gonna be a shamrock? On 140. Ooh. We could have ourselves a shamrock. I love how I'm doing this, and yet... Ooh, you look nice, though, too. You could be like a holly or something, because you got the green, and you got the... You're a 100. Okay, you're the worst, so we're going to go for you. Sad to say. You're the worst. We're going to tame you. Alright, but let's get this game going. Let's tame this thing and see if that works. There we go. Okay, Equus is ours. Now let's check. 120 movement speed. Perfect. Okay, so First checkbox we can check on off, where is the 95? Because the 95 should be pretty close to leveling, so we can kind of take a look at this. And I'm going to be honest, guys, out of the two of them, I, of course, prefer Holly here. I've already kind of figured out a name for this thing. Are you almost... Come on. Get to a level. Come on, let's get a little bit of... I'm not going to go for the Shamrock one or anything like that, because, again, I do want to focus more on R-Equises and not these kind of Equises. Oh, these aren't the flowers. Okay. Let's see. Where are some bushes and stuff? You know what? Let's just smack a tree. Let's do... Ooh, we got a Quetzal in the sky. Nice. Yeah, let's just smack this. This should give us a little bit of XP. Maybe not. Maybe this? Oh, there we go. Perfect. Okay. Let's see if I put one into movement speed, what happens. Yes. There we go. Okay. So that's all working. Perfect. Okay, you... Sorry, buddy. Behavior. We're going to enable wandering, and we're going to just let you go. We never tamed that one. I don't know what you guys are talking about. That is a wild Equus back there, because we have ourselves Holly, and Holly is absolutely amazing. Let's go back to Holly and see. And by the way, we're going to name it Holly, 100%. So, we got our Equus right here. Look at this friggin' wonderful specimen with the little bit of, I was going to say orange, a little bit of red, we got a little bit of green. Loving this thing. Let's go ahead and name her Holly. All right, there we go. We got ourselves Holly here. And, of course, any levels we do get on Holly are going to go into movement speed. It's just going to really, really help us out. You know what? I'm not even going to bother with the spyglass. It's fine. We can do that over on the island. I think we're just going to basically head straight for the... Oh, yeah, doesn't it look like a wild Equus? Of course it's a wild Equus. That's not ours or anything. No, we never tamed that. Let's go take Holly, our wonderful specimen as she is, and try to get ourselves over to Red Obelisk. Now, the reason why I say try and the reason why I say this might be a sacrificial tame is because the red obelisk is near the redwoods, as you can see. There's a lot of red involved. And, yeah, there's a lot of problems over there. There's Carnos, there's terror birds, there's, let's see what else. I mean, if we get too close to a dire bear can attack us. There's also microraptors. There's just a whole pegomastax. It's basically, the redwoods are a place where literally everything is just the worst. Let's put it that way. But there is a little bit of a way around it. Holly here, or an Equus in general, is actually pretty good in swimming in the water, and that's what we're going to do. There's kind of a fine line, and you kind of have to figure out the perfect point where you're too close to the shore that sharks won't attack you, but you're far enough away from basically the land where basically, yeah, the land dinos won't attack you. So there's kind of like this fine line. Now we're going to take a quick little dip, kind of see what the area is looking like. Let's go ahead and go into orbit. Take a quick look around here. Okay, so we just got a couple of little, I was going to call them scorpions. They are not scorpions. Stingrays. Let's get up because we are probably going to lose some oxygen here. But as you can see, Holly is doing some work right now. We have our first megalodon coming in, so we're going to get a little bit closer to the shoreline. And the hope is... Oh, God, that's actually kind of close to the shoreline. Let's hope that these megalodons will go away. Is that an alpha? No, it's not. Okay, good. All right, let's kind of sneak around the rocks here. But as you can see, the megalodons aren't going to come after us because we are too close to the shoreline. But under the water here, yeah, you can see they're kind of just letting us be, and that is what we're going to do. Now, I'm pretty sure the Equus can outrun the megalodon in the water, which is actually hilarious. But if not, we always just hop on one of these and call it a day, and then we should be good to kind of get our rest. And then we kind of just jump in and then continue the little trot here. But we're already looking pretty good. We're already halfway there. What I'm going to end up doing is, once we get over to the Red Obelisk, I will, in fact, if this thing survives, I will, in fact, actually upload this, because this will be coming back with us to the island. But, of course, right after this, we are going to be heading straight over to Genesis 2 in order to tame ourselves a real Equus, and that is the R-Equus. As you guys know, as you guys may not know, I prefer the variants and everything, and the R-Equus is no exception. The thing looks absolutely awesome compared to a regular Equus. Don't get me wrong, regular Equises look great, but I just prefer the R-Equus, so that is what we're going to go for. Take a quick look back. We're looking really good, actually. Wow, okay. Awesome. I thought this was going to be a little bit more difficult, but we are actually getting this done and getting it done pretty quickly. Are we at the level of a purple drop? Ooh, God. There's a risk involved with that. Because that could cause trouble for us. I don't think we go for it. I think we just say, no, that's pretty far down, isn't it? Yeah, no. No, that's a bit of a ways. No, we're not going to bother. We're just going to go straight to the Obelisk. We're going to get the heck out of here and head over to Gen 2. I don't know why I keep hearing noises. I thought I just heard a terror bird, but I guess, and I hope not. Oh my god, it's a plant. I am on just high alert right now. Oh my god. Okay, let's go ahead. We don't need any of this other stuff. We can throw this on out. That'll be fine. We can just get rid of that thing. I'm going to take the Sava root with me, and I'm going to take the rock carrot with me too. Let's upload everything along with Holly here. Let's actually upload Holly first. Hopefully that works, okay. And then let's go to ARK data and throw our stuff in. And now I will see you guys over on Genesis 2. Alright guys, so welcome back to Genesis 2. I don't know why, but when I spawned in, I did get an Explorer note, and I did in fact put that level that we got into movement speed. So we are now level 28 with 103 of movement speed. So, we're going to go out and try to get ourselves some AR-Equises. And what's really nice about over here specifically, also on Genesis 1 this is a thing, but right when we find a creature we specifically want, all I have to do is hold down, I believe it's the, I believe this is the select button. If I hold it down, HLNA will kind of let us know its stats and everything, which is definitely going to be beneficial. But in order to find ourselves some AR-Equises, we are going to be heading on over just to this main part right here, and the biggest worry is crashing. Yeah, I don't want the game to crash or anything, but it always seems like it happens here on Genesis 2. It's kind of, it is what it is. It's kind of part of the game at this point. You kind of just have to, you win some, you lose some. It usually happens, of course, for me, when I'm over here, not necessarily in this series, but in previous series, it's always seemed to happen when I'm over here kind of collecting loot drops and stuff like that. But we're going to be looking for AR-Equises. And like I mentioned before, I just prefer these guys. They look a lot nicer in my opinion, and well, I just like them pretty much. So, we're definitely going to be using HLNA to our advantage. Oh my god, look at that Maewing, though. Completely diverted for this thing. Oh my god. What level are you? You're an 85. Okay. No thank you. But, yeah, no, wow. That's what's great about the event being on right now, is you will get some crazy colors, which is what I'm really hoping for the Equises, but we'll see what we can find. But yeah, pretty much this middle area here. I'll see if I can stop for a quick second. Oh my god. Let's see if we could stop for a second. Let me pull up the map here and show you guys kind of where we are. We're roughly in the Eden area, pretty much right in the middle, essentially, is where you're going to be looking for these guys. And yeah, they spawn in usually like groups of like 2, 3, sometimes 4, and yeah, they're gonna be around here somewhere. It's just a matter of finding them and seeing if you like them or not. Let's see if we can find those Equises again. Where did they go? And I know some people like this whole toggle thing, some people don't. It's kind of a, you know, 50-50. Ooh, that one looks nice. Okay, that's a 150. Alright, what level were you, by the way? Oh, you were 55. Got it. Okay, we're definitely getting that 150. I just need to kind of move around a little bit here. Oh, okay, here's the ants. Okay, I was kind of trying to figure out where the hell these things were. Okay, cool. Whew. Alright, let's go ahead and turn this toggle off, because, yeah, it's annoying the heck out of me, to be honest. Nope. Let's get a little bit higher in the air. I just want to be 100% away from that Equus. But yeah, he is right there. And look at the colors on it. Nice. Okay, let's go ahead, put the rock carrots on here. And let's get this taming process started yet again. Look at this guy. Oh my god. Let's see the stats right away. 210, 1334, 553 weight. Okay, it's not bad, but not great either. So let's see how this goes. And it is ours. Awesome. Okay, let's take a look at the stats here. So, 1862 in health, 1736 stam, 609 weight, and 319 melee. And I'm going to be honest, for a 150, that's not that good. But we have our first max level dino, and it is in episode 4 of this series. Absolutely crazy. We do need to get ourselves a female, though. This one's a male, right? Let's take a quick look. This one is, in fact, a male. I want to go ahead and get myself a female, too. Now, do I want to stay on the back of this guy and kind of run around, or do I want to put this guy into a spot, get the female, and then bring them over to the Obelisk? I may do the latter, actually. I think that's just going to be a little bit easier. Don't get me wrong, they're great to run around on, but we do have ourselves a whole tech suit in essentially here, so yeah, let's do that. I'm going to leave you right here. And let's take a quick look around and see if we can find ourselves another Equus. Alright guys, so I've been searching around for a little bit, but finally came across this one, and it's a 130 female, which I'm kind of on the fence about. I'm gonna be honest, I was really hoping that one back there was the one, because I really dig the colors on that, but I don't know, I'm kind of on the fence of getting a 130, but at the same time, we could end up just breeding them and all that stuff, so at least we'll get an imprinted R-Equus, so I think we're just going to go for it. So, let's feed, ride, and let's get this started. Now, of course, in the future, we may end up getting ourselves a higher female. We're going to be looking for the highest that we physically can get. Best stats, the whole 9. But for right now, starting out early game with having a imprinted Equus is going to be huge. Alright guys, there we go. We have ourselves a 130 female Equus, and I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of on the fence on getting this thing, because honestly, I wanted to get a little bit better than a 130, but at the same time, we could go ahead and start imprinting and all that stuff, so that was the only reason why I went for this thing. But we got ourselves a female 130, we also have ourselves a male 150, and guys, in the future, if we end up finding ourselves better Equises with better stats, we just continuously make a better and better and better Equus at the end of the day. So, I'm going to bring this thing over to the Obelisk. I'm also going to bring over the male to the Obelisk, but there's another dino that I want to get over here. But let me get these guys to the Obelisk, and I will show you guys why this particular dino is probably one of the best dinos in the game that you can get at the early start. That is right, guys. We are going after the Maewing, and we're going to go after this one in particular because, as you guys can see, this is a 140 Maewing, but the interesting thing about it is the melee stat. The melee stat is 245 pre-tamed, which is absolutely crazy. So, this is the first thing we are going to be taming. Now, I do plan on getting multiple Maewings so we can breed them and all that stuff. Plus, you get a ton of eggs from these guys, so that's going to help with kibble production. And I know, guys, earlier in the episode, I did say that we weren't going for Maewings, and at that time, we weren't. But right now, we are, because, yeah, Maewings are one of the best creatures to get early game. The fact that they can swim really fast, the fact that they can fly really fast, I mean, their saddle is at level 19. They are absolutely awesome. So, let's get this started. It's going to be a little wonky because we're going to have to shoot this, then chase it on down, shoot it again, chase it on down, shoot it again, chase it on down, and eventually, hopefully, we get it knocked out. So, let's get started here. Oh, God, where'd you go? Okay. We're gonna have to kind of keep track of this thing. Oh, if it stays right there, that is perfect. No. Ah, damn it. And it is out. Oh, my God. Oh, my. No. No. Tell me that messed up the Tame. Well, we're gonna check this in a second. We may have just messed up the Tame. Okay. Woo! It did not mess up the Tame. Holy crap. Thank God.
Our missing crew
and there we go. It is ours.
To be a wet nurse and surrogate parent for all kinds of baby animals. Babies supposedly find their milk irresistible.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't even know that was actually a thing. Looks like we yet again get an Explorer note, so we have double XP. But let's take a look at the that melee 282. No! It had 245 to begin with. No! Oh, man. Okay. So, 2306 in health, 1215 stam, 584 weight, and 282 melee. Ah, man. You know what's actually kind of funny? It looks like the best stat out of all of them, which was the 245 melee, obviously, didn't really get anything, but it kind of balanced out the rest of the Maewing, which is kind of funny, but at the same time, ah, man, I was really hoping to see a big melee number there, but it is what it is, no big deal. So, guys, I've went ahead and tamed a few more Maewings up, really hoping to get a better melee stat, but I'm gonna be honest, didn't get too much out of these two. This was a 145. This ended up having 3080 in health, 1260 stam, 632 weight, and 229 melee. The other one ended up having the best melee, 2544 in health, 1057 stam, 608 in weight, and 276 melee. I gotta double check all the settings and everything like that, because maybe there's a chance that I messed something up. I'm definitely going to have to look into that. And this guy has been... Oh my god, this guy has been bugging me right here, this Diplo. You can see that it's got, like... It's all bloody and stuff, because I've been constantly just doing this just to try to get... Just to try to get it out of the area. Yeah, it's been a nightmare. But anyways, I am going to put these guys into the transfer here. And, yeah, so what we're going to do is, or what I'm going to do is, I am, in fact, going to wrap up the episode here, guys. We got ourselves some Equises, we got ourselves some Maewings. In between episodes, I am going to breed these guys with the hope and with the intention. By next episode, we will have an imprinted Equus and an imprinted Maewing, which is going to be absolutely huge for us. We'll have our first flyer, and we'll have our first landbound too. But guys, that is going to wrap up this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, make sure to smash that like button. And on top of that, if you're enjoying the ARK content, make sure to hit that subscribe button. It really helps the channel out. And I'll see you guys in the next one.